All right, who's up for round two? I am. If you don't succeed the first time, try again. So that right there is the Wasatch Range. And beyond the Wasatch Range in Mount Timpanogos is the high Uintas. About another hour beyond that ridgeline there via highway. Well, Fievel says go west. So that's what I'm doing this trip. I'm going west. Leaving the high Uintas behind for now. I'm headed out to the West Desert. Precious mail down the Pony Express route. I do have to admit though, I didn't follow my 3 basic rules of planning for this trip, because coming out here for well over 40 years, I know this area kind of like the back of my hands. Dispersal camping, wide open. Well, I guess the big question of the day is how many scout groups am I going to run into out here? Because this area is frequented by scout groups for winter camps. Ho ho ho. Looks like it's partially froze over. I might want to take a minute and fish that right now before it freezes in the night. Well, I see some fish surfacing right there in that open water, but I don't trust this ice enough to get close enough to it. As near as I can tell, it's about 3-4 inches thick, solid, but I don't want to be a gambling man, so I'm not going to go out there anymore. Just had a bite. Well, try again. All right, well, we got a bite, and that's a success, considering the conditions I got. Hey there, dear. All right, I was able to fish Vernon Reservoir for a little bit. Got into that clear water a little bit, and I was actually able to get a bite. I couldn't hook it, but anyway, the fish were active there, so maybe a little bit more time on the water, I would have been successful. But now I'm working my way back to the Pony Express Trail so that I can get to the area I want to go to camp for the night. Alright, heading our way up to Lookout Pass. On the other side is an area called Pet Cemetery. Yeah, Pet Cemetery used to be an old historical stagecoach stop along the Pony Express Trail. Alright, we just crossed over Lookout Pass. Now we're headed down in the Little Valley. we got some cottontail tracks. There's the hind feet, the front feet. And right there's a cottontail highway. And no trip to the desert is complete without signs of wily coyote. Alright, looks like I found this little spot right here. Set up right here under these cedars. It should be pretty nice. Alright. Wanted to try an experiment here. Take a aluminum space blanket, emergency blanket. Pick these up for $1 down at your rec outlet in town. But I heard that if you put this on top of your tent, underneath your rain fly, that it'll reflect the heat back into the tent, as well as reflect the cold above it to keep it out of the tent. I don't know if it's BS or not, but we're going to give it a try. Alright, let's take a look inside. Apologize, it's almost dark. Let's see what we got in here. A nice shiny. Alright, this stuff here is material that you make hot pads out of. It's got a insulating metal property to it. It's called Insulbrite. I heard from a YouTuber by the name of Kamper 2020. He's getting ready to do the Appalachian Trail. Said he's going to use this to stay warm under his pad while he's on the trail. And I thought, well, what the heck? For $8, I'm going to go down and buy some, try it out, see if it really helps insulate my pad from the ground. So I'm going to lay that in the bottom of the tent and check it out. Alright, so there it is. Laid that down, floor of the tent. And if I compare the two, the floor of the tent's really cold, and that is not cold. So far so good. It seems to be working pretty good. I'm excited to try it out. Okay, and also I got this Thermarest ridge crest pad, and it's also got that insulating property on it. Boy, I would hope that between the two of those I should be insulated from the ground really good. Alright, giving it the smell test again. Cold, warmer, even warmer. And then to add one more layer of warmth, I got my regular pad that I usually use, my Thermarest Kamper SV. Well, looks like I'm getting pretty good insulation from the ground. Alright, I also decided to take the extra 2 pounds and carry my Emarth Tech sleeping bag. I didn't see that they sold this on Amazon anymore, but this bag is a negative 22 degree down rectangle bag, which I like to use because I don't like the mummy bags having tight feet. I like to have room to move around. Oh, one more thing. That right there is one of those packable down blankets from Costco. They're really thin, really light, but oh wow, they really add the warmth. So that plus a draft collar inside that sleeping bag, plus in the bottom of my foot there where I have the extra room, I'll stuff some of my clothes and a couple of hand warmers in there. Boy, I should be toasty warm tonight. It's supposed to get 17 degrees tonight, so hopefully with all this insulation underneath me, a nice down bag with a down blanket in there and some those hotties, those little hand warmer things, this should be a cozy night. Alright, just for giggles, I'm going to put one thermometer inside the tent and one outside the tent to see if any of those things in there work like they should. Anyway, they're both thermometers are reading the same. They both read about 30 degrees right now and dropping. It's getting chilly. I haven't had to put on my second layer yet, but it's, I don't know, it's getting colder by the minute. Oh, and I also picked up this Alps Mountaineering packable pillow. It's a lot bigger than my other blow-up pillow, but I'm betting that this thing is super warm, super comfy. So we'll try that out too. So I like thick pillows or doubling up my pillows. So that right there should be delightful. And I can cinch up the drawstring around the hood to hold them in place so that I don't lose them in the night. Alright, I haven't demonstrated my fire kit yet. Let's take a look and see what we got in here. It's a waterproof case where I keep all my goodies for starting fire. Don't want it to get wet. So, I've got several different ways to start a fire. I think for fun, I want to use the steel wool method. So I'm going to take a little bit of this steel wool. It's the fine fiber steel wool. Got ourselves a little bird nest here. We'll wrap that up nice. And then we'll just touch the battery on the steel wool. Some of this cedar bark and a little more of that grass. I'll move my fire starting kit. Ah, That's how you start a fire of steel wool. Oh, you gotta love the warmth of a fire in the snow and cold winter. Baby, it's cold outside. Now that's one good thing about winter camping. Your drinks stay cold. And of course the fire keeps you warm while you drink it. Well, must be cold. Coke Zero's starting to ice up. All right, I just got in the tent. Just wanted to check out how good this little foil liner works on the ceiling. Before I got in, I took a look at the thermometer outside on the tree, and it's sitting about 20 degrees right now and dropping. When I came in the tent, it showed a similar temperature, even though I had the foil on here, and that's probably because there was no heat source in here. So I turned my camp stove on a really low burn, and it's been on for about 3.5 minutes. And just in that 3.5 minutes, with the reflective properties of this foil ceiling, as you can see here, the temperature is almost 60 degrees already. Amazing. Holy cow. So I'm going to turn that back off. You know, we don't want to get asphyxiation or anything like that, but it's nice to know that, you know, in just a few minutes time on a super low burn on your stove, you can warm this tent up to 55 degrees. Pretty nice. But it's nice to take the chill off the tent air. If you needed to get up in the night and use the restroom or something, you could just turn it on just for a couple of minutes and warm up the temperature so you can get out of your bag. Alright, here's a couple things you can do to keep warm. Your feet might get a little cold, so what you can do is you can take your extra clothing, you know, extra down jacket that you might have, you can stuff it down in the foot box there and make a little nest down there for your feet. Another thing is what I'll do is I'll take these little hotties and I'll put them inside my socks and set them right on top of my toes, right there, but underneath my socks so they stay on my feet. And if I do that, I found that keeps my toes warm all night long. Well, it's the witching hour. It's 3:33. And I have to pee. So rather than toss and turn the rest of the night, I'll take care of that. Coyotes are howling out there too. I tried to record them, but they weren't loud enough to get on camera. But there's plenty of coyotes out here just yelping and howling. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's cold. It's about 20 degrees outside, and I look at the thermometer inside the tent, and let's see. There it is. Looks like we're about 30, I don't know, 35, so we're a good 10 degrees warmer inside the tent with my body heat and this little reflective shield keeping it inside. That works pretty good. But this setup, the bag and the pads and the hotties and everything, it's been toasty warm, so no issues yet. I had to mention about these sagebrush. These aren't your normal sage. These things are 6-7 feet tall. Well, to give you an idea how tall these sagebrush are around here, I think you might be able to lose a horse in this stuff. It is tall and it's everywhere. I'm pretty happy I came out of the desert this trip because I've been coming out here nearly 40 years, or over 40 years for that matter, and I didn't make it out here this year, and kind of forgot how pretty it is out here with the cedars and the sage and the sunrises and the sunsets and peace and quiet that there is out here, except for an occasional crow and some coyotes in the night. It's just real peaceful. From horses on the Pony Express Trail to trains.